Hello my loves, welcome back. I'm Coach Kara and we are here with another relationship video. So this video actually piggybacks off my last video about is flirting on social media considered cheating? So I wanted to go a little bit more in depth regarding just a whole social media interaction while you're in a relationship. Just in case some of you are really having major issues and concerns and you just need a little bit more insight on what it is that you should do and any sort of resolutions that could be had. So and I just want to just do a real quick video about that just to give you some more informative information or insight, I should say, on social media and your relationships. Okay, so let's just get started. So before I begin, I just want to ask a couple questions, and hopefully you are the one that's watching this that is having the issue with your person, and you need to ask yourself, how is your partner's engagement on social media affecting you overall as a person? Are you feeling, jealousy, feeling ignored? It makes you angry, or you have a certain belief about interacting online with other people, or just being totally engaging online, even if you're not interacting with others. Like, you just have a stigma about it and it bothers you. Another question that should be posed is, how does this engagement affect your overall connection, your relationship? Are you two having verbal communication issues? It's short and not as thorough as it once was. It interferes with your intimacy. Perhaps you've seen changes in your person's personality. They're not acting themselves. They're trying to perhaps mimic someone else or emulate someone else they've seen online. So it's really been kind of having a negative impact on your relationship, especially when it comes to simply getting things done. Babe, I thought you said you were going to do this. I am. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Is it that? Is it really interfering with just simply being present in your relationship? So those two questions really need to be answered. Only you can give your answer to what it is to your relationship, because each situation and connection may somewhat differ, even just a little. So you just want to take it how it resonates with yourself. Here's the other thing, is that when it comes to engaging on social media, well, there are like 3 main types of groups of people that this would apply to. Now, we do have the group where you have, there's a certain type of people who just like to engage on certain social media, just a few minutes a day. Like, take myself for instance. I can use myself because I don't know about anyone else's engagement, but when I'm not working and I want to chill, I may do like maybe 15 minutes on the gram, 5, maybe 10 minutes on Twitter, just checking things out. And see, the thing about social media is it's so vast. You can literally be on it all day, right? You have politics, gossip, drama, fashion, all types of things. Okay, but for me, I get on for a few minutes. I get bored. I bore easily. I may go outside and do some stargazing with my binoculars. Do that for a while. Come back, read a book for maybe an hour or so, and then go on Netflix and just, chill it out until I fall asleep or something like that. Okay, then you have that group. I'm sure this is probably the group that your person falls in line with. Social media has taken over their world. They wake up, they sit on the bed, check the Snapchat if that's still a thing, see what's popping on the gram, go over to TikTok, get in shower with the TikTok, especially if I have a waterproof foam such as myself. Take a shower, you're cooking breakfast, you got something playing, YouTube is playing, and it's like consistent all day long. Like, it's taken over you or your person's their life, basically. It's really become an interference, an interruption, an interception in your relationship. And it's just throwing up all sorts of red flag, even if it is innocent. But see, and then we have, the other group that they rarely ever engage, if at all. Okay, so you're going to fall under one of those three. And I'm sure your person falls under the second one. Take it as it applies. But here's what, my loves. For every issue, every behavioral change, there is a reason for that. And this is more the reason why I wanted to do this type of visual. There's always something deeper that is present that you may not be aware of. All right, so that's what I want to point out to you. So when you have been noticing your person, especially after the pandemic, may have just really taken to social media. Perhaps they are not doing it because they are addicted, but maybe it's because they need an escape. They need an outlet. Perhaps they are stressed and have some sort of anxieties that they don't know how to cope with, or may feel lonely. Yes, people feel lonely in relationships. I've been there. You can feel totally alone in a relationship, and so you find an escape route. They may feel, become distant because, they may not feel as special as they want. Angry, whatever it is, they may have their own reasonings for doing this sort of escape. And furthermore, it could be like, some sort of dopamine release, like they get a high off of it because it allows them to escape from their reality into someone else's, to someone else's problems, or maybe it may be something a bit more enlightening for them to take their mind off your issues or the issues they may have at work, or just being bogged down with children and the family and just life in general, may not know how to cope. So this is their mechanism. And because of that, it's straining the dynamic, it's straining your relationship. So you kind of really want to sit down with your person and dig a little deep. Don't come at them because we don't know what people are going through these days. Everyone's in their head. No one's really being verbal and vocal about, and when they are, it's usually ignored. So they usually express themselves in exchange of words, not really a dialogue or, hey, I'm feeling like this, I want you to understand. It's usually when you guys are in a heated conversation. And oftentimes that gets overlooked. Well, I'm this and that. Well, no, I'm feeling this way. And, both of you just never really take into account and acknowledge each other's, inner turmoil, what they're going through. So I promise you, more so than likely, it's not really an addiction like gambling or something like that. I mean, would it really be a problem if there was some sort of other interest? Or is it just a more concern about them engaging on social media? Perhaps they're interacting with other people too much. I mean, you really have to get down to the source of what your issue is with your person being on social media all the time. So if you are wanting this to stop, that's a bit much. Okay, because if this is this person's way of getting out of the reality to cope and make it through each day, you're going to have to compromise, as you would with anything else. And the reason why you will want to do this versus trying to eliminate it altogether or diminish it to the bare minimalism, you do not want your person to resent you. You do not want your partner to start sneaking around when they're in the bathroom, on the toilet, or taking a shower, on the way to work, driving. You don't want them to start sneaking. You don't want them to feel I'm sure they don't want to feel as though they have to do that now because you're so against it. What you can do is try to, put a little restriction on it. Well, can you just not do that when we are together? Like when we're at the movie theater, can you just not check your TikTok or your Snapchat when we're in the movie theater, every other 5 minutes? Can you just refrain from that when we're having, us time and sexy time? Can you just do away with that when it's about us? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to lose the chemistry and the intimacy in your relationship due to social media. You don't want your person to begin to emulate those online or try to be like that. And then it kind of just put the partner in a space of like, what are you doing? You never done this before. Like, who did you see this from? So it can really have an impact on your person's character, their personality. It really can over a period of time. It's happened to many people. You know, give them esteem issues and make them become less confident about themselves because they want to be like this person. And I understand your concern. That's a great reason to be concerned about your person being on social media all the time, because it can impact in several different ways. And it all comes back to the relationship. It really does. So just be fair in that regard. You're going to have to talk it out. Ask those necessary questions. Again, it could be different with most connections and relationship, but yet the same, no less. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you need further dating coaching, because you probably will, you can't just sit back and watch a video without your person joining in and then you having a discussion later. You can do that if you're not going to do coaching or some sort of counseling. But something has to be done proactively so that you can get some results. And something as minuscule as this, you don't want it to escalate into something bigger and then your relationship is ruined because of social media. Okay, that's sensitive. All right, my loves. Hopefully this has been insightful for you. I thank you all for joining me always. But that is all for now. Until next time.